Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
Today we're going to do something a little different. Jayson and I are going to ask each other some questions. We were playing this game a few weeks ago in the car, and we thought it might be a fun thing to make a video about. So Jayson started asking me either-or questions. He'd be like, this is kind of like a would-you-rather kind of game. So Jayson, but it was all about pop culture and geeky things, and I thought it might be, again, fun to put on the channel. So Jayson was like, hey Dad, would you, you know, what do you prefer, like Batman or Superman, or Green Ranger or White Ranger, things like that. And I thought it would be fun for us to do that here. So we have come up with 5 different categories for this. And Jayson, what are our categories, sir?
Okay, so we have comics or just superhero.
We made that one category, yeah.
Music. Video games.
Yep.
Movies and TV.
So do you want to start, or should I start?
I want to start.
Okay, what category do you want to start with, Jayson?
I will start with comics.
Okay, cool. And should we, going back and forth, should we stay in the same category? So you do your comic one, and then I'll do my comic one? Okay,
So
cool.
I didn't know that we were also doing, like, would you rather like?
I thought that was the whole idea.
So, okay.
I thought that was the whole idea. What did you? What kinds of questions did you write down, Jayson?
Well, I actually wrote down ones that that I made from different questions that was either this or this. Would you like this or this?
I don't know what that means, but
Okay.
why don't you go ahead and just give me an example, okay? What's your first one?
If you got a lantern ring, which would you rather want, red or green?
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, it's still either or. That's all we're doing. I made mine a little bit simpler, but that's really good. Would I want a red ring or a green ring? I mean, I think I like reading Red Lanterns more than I like reading Green Lantern. And but I think in real life, I would probably much prefer to have a Green Lantern ring, because first of all, a Red Lantern ring would tell me something about myself that's a little negative that maybe I wouldn't be happy with. Oh, Captain Logan has a lot of rage, and so I think I would much rather have will than rage. And, you know, Red Lanterns have sometimes been known to use their rage to help people, but they're usually really misguided about it. So yeah, at the end of the day, I would look a lot cooler if I was a Red Lantern, but if I'm being honest with myself, yeah, definitely a Green Lantern.
Okay.
Jayson, would you rather read or watch? And I guess it depends on the iteration, but I guess just broadly, if you had to pick just one of these to read or watch, Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles?
Power Rangers.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't take you any time at all. So you much prefer the less sophisticated of the two, generally speaking.
Power Rangers because I feel like it's kind of more fun, like the action, the in between parts. Ninja Turtles, I mean, like, it is really cool, but it doesn't have as much action and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I think when you're older, that might potentially change.
Yeah.
And I think you've also spent more time with Power Rangers, so you're probably more of a Power Rangers fan than you are a Ninja Turtles fan so far. And there's a lot of good stuff with Ninja Turtles that I have not gotten around to showing you yet.
Yeah.
That is what I thought you'd pick, but I wasn't totally sure.
Yeah.
What category should we do next, Jayson?
Let's do music.
Okay, cool. I can't wait to hear what yours is. I have a feeling Jayson's questions are going to all be more involved and interesting than mine. I thought we were just doing straight up this or this. Go ahead, Jayson.
Okay. Which would you rather go to, Istanbul or Constantinople?
That's hilarious. Well, it's the same thing. You know? Like, one, you're supposed to call it one over the other, but they're not two different places you can go to. Is your whole question just a joke? Okay, real quick, think of a real one.
Okay.
Think of a real music one. You can ask me a They Might Be Giants question if you want to.
Okay, okay.
I'll do one for you.
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
would you like
Mm-hmm.
to go? Which one would you rather go?
Don't say West Xylophone.
No.
Don't say West Xylophone.
No. A Lincoln
Mm-hmm.
or Apollo 18?
Which one would I rather go? What does that mean?
I mean, which
You mean
one?
which album do I like better?
Yeah.
Oh, Apollo 18. I mean, Lincoln's great, but Apollo 18 is my favorite The Mighty Giants album of all time. Now, if your question was which one would you like to hear the Giants play in its entirety in concert, because I've gotten to hear Flood that way.
Yeah.
That is harder, because I think Lincoln would be really interesting, especially because there's a song on that album that they refuse to play now, so it would be really cool.
Really?
Yeah. I forget which one it is now, but I know it's on that
Is
album.
it Cowtown?
No, but that would be amusing in concert. I'm gonna see the cabrita see. Anyway, but I don't know, the answer is probably still Apollo 18, but it would be really interesting to hear them do Lincoln, just because I've heard most of Apollo 18 in concert. They go to that album a lot, and they actually do fingertips now.
Yeah.
I forget, maybe it's Piece of Dirt? I forget. There's a song on that album they don't like to play anymore. Okay, Jason, are you ready?
Yeah.
REM or Smashing Pumpkins?
Smashing Pumpkins.
Really?
Yes.
What is your favorite Smashing Pumpkins song?
I
I know you're not super familiar with this band yet, but I've been playing you some of it recently.
My favorite song is actually, it's a song that I never can remember the name of.
Okay. Well, we'll listen to you try to sing a few bars of it if you want to, because I want to hear you do an impression of that guy.
I remember.
The world is a vampire. No?
I remember
Is that that
it,
song?
but I don't remember it. No, it's not that.
Oh,
one.
okay. All right.
I think it's a
not,
cover.
It's not Bullet. Is it Landslide?
No.
It's not Landslide?
It's like a fast one or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it The End is the Beginning is the End?
No.
No? Is it 1979?
I think it's like something about mice or something.
About mice?
Yeah, or something.
Well, the one I just mentioned is about rats. I don't know what you're talking about. But Smashing Pumpkins over REM.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I still would have to say REM, but I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, what's our next category, man?
All right, our next category is video games.
Would you rather go to Constantinople? It's the same place! Oh, video games, cool.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what you came up with for this. Yeah.
If you were to live in a video game universe,
Yeah.
which one would it be? Mario, the Mario universe, or the Sonic universe?
So, again, playing the game, I think I prefer the aesthetic of Sonic, but Sonic usually has, like, environmental problems, you know? Where, like, Robotnik is taken over. I guess it depends on what version you're talking about, but, like, if you talk about the Mobius universe, for instance, you know, Robotnik is taken over, and he's creating a lot of pollution and smog, and, yeah, so I don't think I want to be there. And, you know, he turns all your friends into robots. Like, so I don't think I would actually want to live there unless I could, like, clean it up. And I also, you'd have to either have a really fast car or be able to run fast to do anything cool in that universe. Everything's real spread out. So, yeah, I guess I would ultimately have to say Mario, although that's also a real dangerous place, but you could probably find more places, like, in the Mushroom Kingdom or Dinosaur Land or wherever you are.
Yeah,
Where
Yoshi's Island. Mario
yeah.
Zone. Yeah.
You could, that sounds like a Sonic level.
Yeah.
But you could probably find more, you know, places you could actually live and where everything's not trying to attack you.
Yeah.
Or at least where you could breathe the air. So yeah, I guess I have to say Mario. It's a good question.
If Mario, then would you rather live in the Mushroom Kingdom or in Sarasa Land?
What is Sarasa Land?
It's where Daisy comes from.
I guess I don't even know what that looks like right off.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Jason, here's my video game question. I went with kind of an obvious thing, just because I'm curious to see what you'll say. And I think I know what you'll say, but I wanted to go to the classic argument from my childhood. And folks will roll their eyes at this, but I've never asked you this question.
Okay.
And you're the age that a lot of us were when we had the playground arguments about this.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
Super Nintendo or Genesis? Are you hitting your face because it's hard or because it's really easy?
Because it's really easy.
Oh, is it? It's Super Nintendo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought you'd say, but I wasn't totally sure. And you probably spent a little bit more time with the Super Nintendo than the Genesis.
Yeah. It's because all those games that I am not good at.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think of Sega as harder?
Yeah, actually.
Interesting.
But
okay.
Super Nintendo is also really hard. Like,
I mean, it depends on what we're talking about.
Super Mario Kart is the Mario Kart game that I'm bad at, besides Super Circuit.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of really tough platformers on Super Nintendo.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, but you're getting pretty good at that.
Super Mario World.
Yeah.
My brother's really good at that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What Genesis has going over the Super Nintendo for me is, like sleekness in design. It's a cooler looking console. I can't deny that the Super Nintendo controller is a better controller overall, but I still like the Genesis controller, especially when you add more buttons to it.
Yeah.
But the original, of course, only had the 3.
Yeah.
But I was never like for one over the other. They do different things well, and there's a lot of third party where the games are almost exactly the same.
Well, and Mortal Kombat. So it came out on both systems, of course. It's harder to play Mortal Kombat on the Genesis than it is on the Super Nintendo.
That's true, because there's not as many buttons.
Yeah.
Now you can play with a 6-button controller.
Yeah.
Which I've got.
You can't play Zombies Ate My Neighbors with a 3, with a regular.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Right?
Or at least it's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it assign the buttons differently? Where like you have to press start to do something? I forget.
Yeah.
But you're right. Some of those third-party things are just practically easier to deal with on a Super Nintendo. And of course, you and I have talked a lot about music and how some things sound better on Genesis. Like if it's got a real hard-edged, hard rock soundtrack, or if it's more of like a punk rock kind of soundtrack, those always sound better on Genesis. But anything orchestral sounds better on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like Bubsy.
Yes, definitely.
I think Bubsy sounds way better on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree with that. But anyway, so what is our next category?
Movies.
Okay, cool.
Okay. If you were to watch the fight between Freddy and Jayson, who would you chant for?
Probably Freddy. Sorry. I mean, if it's between you and your brother Freddy, I can't play favorites because you're my children. But if I'm watching the movie Freddy vs. Jayson, yeah, I want Freddy to win. Most certainly. He's more fun. He's more interesting.
Yeah.
Jayson's a little one note, really. And also, that's not fair, because because the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is the one I'm familiar with. I didn't used to be familiar with either of them, but I reviewed all those just after Halloween. I've never, or I guess on Halloween this last year, but I've actually never seen any of the Jayson movies, any of the Friday the 13th movies, outside of Freddy vs. Jayson. But everybody tells me it's the weakest of the two franchises. And even of the 3, if you count in Halloween, so. Of, like, the 3 big slasher franchises everybody knows.
Yeah.
And nobody panic, I've still not let Jayson look at those movies, but he is familiar with what those characters look like, because they're hilariously my kids' namesakes, kind of. Not really. We didn't really actually name our kids after those characters, but that has become the scheme that we're limited to after we went with Freddy, after Jayson, and Freddy is named after a real person, Sarah's great uncle. But anyway, but then we had to keep going with that. We were like, yeah, we like the name Michael, and so now we have Jayson, Freddy, and Michael.
Yeah.
Jayson, my movie question is as follows: 2 of your favorite franchises are Rocky and Back to the Future. If you could only watch one, which one would you pick? I thought maybe this one would be top.
Yeah, it is.
Now, to be fair, one of these has a lot more movies in it. So you just go for quantity and variety. I guess you'd have to say that. But just which of them is honestly your favorite?
Rocky.
He's like ticking down his own clock. Got 5 seconds. Rocky. Yeah. Once again, I kind of thought that's what you would say. But, you know, he's my kid. I know him pretty well. It's difficult to ask him questions.
I did it.
Now, is that just because you've been getting into that real hard this year with Creed 2 coming out? And maybe if you got farther away from it and you watch Back to the Future again, it would be hard for you to say that?
Yeah.
But right now, that's how you feel?
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite Rocky movie right now? And counting in the whole franchise, counting in the Creed films, too.
Okay. This is hard. Because...
I know you like 4 a lot.
I do like 4. It's either, I love Rocky 2.
Yeah.
And my favorite used to always be, Rocky 3.
Oh, really?
But now that I've seen it again, I don't know.
You don't know if you'd count, if that's your favorite?
And Balboa is definitely not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna want to say either Rocky 3 or Creed 2.
Wow, interesting. Now I think Creed 1 and 2 are just right neck and neck. I can't put one above the other.
Yeah.
Okay, Jayson, what is our last category?
TV.
TV, okay, we're almost done.
Okay.
What is your either-or question for television, sir?
Okay, are you ready for this one?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
If you were the captain of a ship, which one would you want? The Enterprise or the Orville?
That's fun. It's a great question. Now, which Enterprise are we talking about? I gotta do the
D.
geeky thing. And D. Oh, sure, because the Orville is like TNG more than anything. I'm gonna say D.
Yeah.
The Orville is a fun ship. It's kind of, I gotta say, it's a little generic on the inside. I mean, it's trying so hard to be a consummate Star Trek ship that there's not anything super unique and interesting about it. It's an okay design. I don't know what the rings in the back are even for, besides just aesthetic. Like, if you were a big space entity and you had a big hand in space, you would just grab that and throw it. Like, it looks like a handle. And it's like, the front of it is Voyager, or maybe Sequest, with like tentacles in the back. It's a really odd design.
Yeah.
There are worse starship designs in Star Trek, but it's
oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's an odd design. It's fine.
Yeah, I hate the Enterprise ship.
But the D is almost perfect.
Yeah.
I love everything about that ship works, and the saucer sep and what that looks like and how it works is really cool.
Yeah, I really like that one.
And but yeah, you're right. Those are probably the two most comparable ships.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then but you just meant like which ship would I rather be on, right? Not like which universe I'd rather be in a captain, like a captain in. Okay. Jayson, my movie question. Wait, sorry. TV. Yeah, I was like, where are we right now? Okay. Do you? This is going to be another, like, if you could only watch one kind of thing. Like, if you had to pick between them, would you rather watch stuff on YouTube or on Netflix? So basically the question is, would you rather watch independent media that people are making like me in their basement?
This is the hardest thing ever.
Or would you rather watch a lot of the more professional content with
Wait,
movies and television that you can look at on Netflix.
If I could only watch YouTube, could I be able to buy the TV shows that they have?
Maybe, but there's not as much there, right? Like there's.
Yeah.
Let's say no. Let's just make the question about independent media, because you watch a lot of channels about video games, and things like that, and you like unboxings a lot. And you like to watch, people talking about toys and things, right?
I like.
Impossible, right? He can't do it. Look at that. I just blew his brain up. It's gonna explode. Look at that. YouTube. That's what I thought you were gonna say. Yep. So you would sacrifice like all the like regular television shows and things, and original content Netflix has.
Yeah.
And then what would happen? You would listen to people review those things on YouTube, and you'd go, man, I sure wish I could get my Netflix account back, but I picked YouTube instead.
Well, only because I love, watching people do, like, playthroughs of video game stuff and do lots of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I love, like, reviews and stuff.
Well, Jayson, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think you win on the innovation of your questions. I think some of yours were more interesting than mine, so good job.
Yeah.
That was really fun. We should maybe do this again
at
some point. Everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Let us know in the comments below what your answers to some of these questions would have been, these either-ors. And we'll see you again with lots more content here later on in the week on Geekvolution.
Yeah.
I am Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
See you later, folks.